Cooney, loser, bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
All right, welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. We have our first guest in a long time. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
We got Christian Zaragoza in the house.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. He's a very good comedian.
Oh, thank you.
Friend of Gerardo, and I'm now a friend of mine. And we're happy to have him, and he's got a show to plug. Right?
Flappers, February 2nd in the Yoo-Hoo Room.
Yes.
Excited. Gerardo's going to be there.
Yes,
Got a
sir.
spot for
And
him,
that is
so-
not a joke. That is a legitimate. they're gonna think
He's
it's a
doing-
joke.
why?
Because I talk a lot of smack. But we won't get into that.
We've
now.
been going hard, right?
Yes.
Gerardo, we fucking both bombed yesterday, so it's fun. We're bombing on purpose, though. It's different. We're bombing on purpose.
Where
We're,
did you bomb?
At the fourth wall area. It's
Oh, of
just like,
course.
you know,
Yeah, I mean
everybody's
that-
bombing all
yeah.
day there.
That's a place to go.
So it wasn't like we had a show and we bombed. No, this is like bombing on purpose, trying to figure it out.
In true Raccoon Tweeties fashion, can we ask you what's the worst open mic?
The worst?
Yeah. Say names, dog.
Probably fourth wall. Worse than best. That's why I like being there because it's the worst. It's like the hardest mic, right? Like
we had the owner of Fourth Wall on the show.
Yeah.
We interviewed him, and I just read off all the tweets I had making fun of Fourth Wall.
And he
he's
left
a good
early?
guy. Yeah, you know.
have you ever been to when he hosts?
Yeah.
Well, talk about it. Let's hear about it.
He's yelled at me. He's yelled at me for being late. Like
Oh,
one
shit.
time I spilled something and like I tried to clean it up. He yelled at. He's got like
He yelled at you for spilling something.
for trying to clean it up.
For trying to clean it up.
I tried
Trying to help
just
out.
fucking leave it. I was like, God damn, all right.
Whoa.
He's cool though. It's all funny. And one time he had this. I forgot that he was there yesterday.
Oh, he was?
No. The dude that I'm gonna tell a story about. He had to leave, so he told the guy to host, and the guy didn't want to host. You could tell the guy didn't want to host, so he starts hosting, and he's like doing a terrible job. He's like, God damn it, just fucking, and it made the whole mic awkward. And he's like, and then he apologized to us after, like, I'm sorry, I gotta work on my anger. Like, you're doing me a favor hosting, and I'm over here like talking shit. He was there yesterday to do with the hat.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So he yelled at the guy
For doing
that was
him a
doing
favor.
a bad job. At
Yeah.
hosting.
But the guy didn't want to. It's like, you know,
He
hey,
didn't wanna
can you host
host,
this?
yeah.
And then the guy, I think it was like his first mic in like a while, and I
Wow.
can't remember. He went up there like kind of awkward, and he started talking about like how he didn't want to host, and he's like, just fucking host.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't like it when that happens.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the one of the big reasons that we wanted to have you on the show.
This is breaking right now.
Yeah,
dude.
this is breaking. We wanted to talk about part of what we do. The 10 Minutes of Shop is constantly make fun of the fact that he's always hawking Kratom. He wants everybody to buy Kratom.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Happy.
His face.
You can't believe it. It's Happy Hippo Kratom. Well, have you ever done Happy Hippo Kratom?
No, I didn't know he had. He has like his own Kratom line.
Oh, no, I think
No.
he's just a sponsor.
It's a sponsor.
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
someone's paying him to promote it. He's not like
Yeah.
he's not.
No, he's
touring
taking
by-
heavy
Oh,
doses.
he takes it every show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! This was.
He takes a lot of Kratom too. Like I don't really know anything about Kratom. You can maybe tell us about it.
Well, if he's
Well,
taking a lot, he has a high tolerance because
Right.
it's not something that you can just take and get
said, "Go
extra
ahead."
fucked up. So it's not like, you know, like cocaine or like any drug where you're like the more you take, the better you feel. It's like Kratom is like when you have your dose, that's what you take, and that's the maximum like high you'll feel.
Is that
So
what
you
he
can't
does?
take too much.
Because
know.
I remember,
So what
like he would say like, I just took this Kratom and like there's some clip where he talks about.
So
it.
what happens is like I started with because I took it for like 4 or 5 years. So what happens is you start with like a dose which is like 8 capsules, and then I was up to like 30 capsules at a time. So like because your tolerance goes up because
But
you
that
don't
was your
feel it.
max, though.
That was my like I was taking like 500 capsules a week.
Damn.
Damn, what is a
because
capsule?
it's like a capsule. It's like a have you ever been like to the liquor store and you see those dick pills? Or like and they have
Oh,
like
yes,
that little
he has.
brown powder in them.
Yes, he has.
Yes, he has. He takes them. You know what I'm talking about, right? The one that you know how they have like those ones that have like those vitamins and it's like 18 vitamins and then you just take them and then it's just like all kinds of different ones. And there's one that's like a clear little like capsule with like little green shit in it. That's what the Kratom ones look like.
Okay, yeah, I know. So it's
You
kind
can
of
even
small.
buy. I used to buy the capsules and like try to like pour like fill them myself just to try to save money. And then I would
Fill
like
them
kind of like
yourself with
scoop
what?
it.
I don't know.
Like you'd get empty capsules.
Oh, you have to put them in.
And then I'd put the powder because it's
so
just
the powder goes into a capsule.
Yeah, it goes into a capsule, and then you just take the capsules, and then it dissolves, and then it goes into your system.
God
All right.
damn.
Well, so
Or you can buy the powder. So if they sell it in powder. You buy this powder. You can put it like if you're making like yourself a Nesquik. You fucking put some 2 scoops in there. You fucking drink it. Tastes like shit. And then like 10, 15 minutes later, you're like,
wait.
feeling like
I have a question though. Do you buy them separately? Is it a thing of powder and then you have to get capsules separately?
Yeah, separately. Yeah. Because the powder you just buy it. I found this website, Quick Kratom. That was shout out to Quick Kratom.
Quick Kratom?
Quick.
Oh, Quick
Kratom. That was the first. Dude, to be honest, it's been so long ago. It's been so long ago that I don't even know. I can't remember if I started taking it and then Joe Rogan started talking about it, or I started taking it because Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
They talked about it.
We asked you before the pod started how you started, and you think it was because Joe Rogan was talking about it.
I think that, or like I used to take a lot of like pills, like Norcos, Vicodins, and that's what Kratom is. It's like a substitute for like Vicodin and Kratom. That's exact. If you've ever taken a Vicodin or a Kratom, that's exactly how you feel with Kratom. It like hits the same receptors in your head.
Right.
Same like what's it called when
Tingly feeling.
the endorphin? What's it called when you lose your endorphins when you take
serotonin?
serotonin? You lose that shit. That's what Kratom gives you.
So it's heroin. It's
Yeah.
It gives you something.
Oh yeah. So
It's a positive. You get
but
serotonin.
it's natural.
Your big negative
It's
drug.
natural. I've even taken it on airports, like on trips. Like I remember.
It's not illegal. You can take it legally.
Yeah, you could take it legally, or I took it. And they didn't question it.
They're not going to stop you at the airport like the TSA guys. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
what the fuck is this? I thought they were gonna,
Get
but it's
outta
like
here.
it's just the. I took it on a few trips.
Why do you
and,
have 30 empty capsules in your bag?
No, I would just take the powder and I would just have to.
He's in
fucking-
line, dude. He's putting the capsule and like, whoa, we're in a
I
hurry.
mean,
here.
anything you can buy at a fucking, anything you're buying at a smoke shop,
Yeah.
and not a drugstore is like should give you a red flag right there. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't buy Kratom at CVS, then
point.
that right there should tell you that it's not. If the only people carrying it is like the same people that carry salvia,
Bad stuff, yeah.
if it's
And
right next to
big
the
signs.
salvia and the fucking Zin, it's like not. But I lived in Silver Lake at the time, and there was actual like a kava shop. They were like little like tea, like places that serve tea or serve like in the
I know what
serve.
you mean.
They'd serve like Kratom ones, and there was a spot. You'd walk in, and instead of it being like a weed shop, it was all Kratom, and they had like these big old tubs, and then they just scoop it out, and they had a bunch of like different brands, and it was like a weed shop, but all Kratom.
That's like
And I'd
next
go
to
in the-
Eno Vino. You ever been to that, Mike?
No,
No, it's gone now.
in
RIP.
Los Feliz?
Atwater Village.
Okay.
But yeah, right next to Los Feliz.
Well, it might be that one. There's one
Is
in,
that the one you're talking about?
Los Feliz. Yeah, on Los
Yeah, it
Feliz.
says Cava, and I've always wondered. I thought it was
Cava is
a
another
Kratom.
type of Kratom, I think.
Right, so that is what that means.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So-
you've been to that one?
I think so.
Yeah.
And you can buy it in like they give you'll buy like a scoop and it'll be like $15 for a scoop. It's expensive too. It's not cheap because like I used to get like 30 capsules just to like get me by like that'll last me like a day or two.
God damn.
Spend like $25.
Well, you know what you
And
need
then-
is a promo code shop. To get
Well,
right
if
back
I
on
would
it,
have
dude.
known, then
Happy
yeah, I
Hippo,
would have
dude.
probably got to.
Yeah.
Big deal, dude.
But yeah, it's
Promo code powerful.
it's like this.
JRE, dude.
If it can be great for you if you don't have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I have a very big addictive personality. Like, so like me, I loved it. I was taking it here and there, and then all of a sudden you're taking it every day, and then you're taking it all day, and then like it gets to the point where like you're having withdrawals.
And then you're listening to
And anything that's
T-Pack
giving you withdrawals is not good.
Yeah.
That's what we kind of wanted to get in with you.
Like
into
sweats,
with
fucking
you.
Pause. dude.
diarrhea,
Yeah,
like
yeah, pause.
fucking shakes.
We wanted to. You
wanna
said
get into
diarrhea and shakes.
You get like withdrawal, like legitimate, like
when you
from
stop
like
taking.
pills, like type of withdrawals,
God.
like heroin withdrawals, that type of. But I was taking a lot. Like I'm telling you, I was taking 500. I think anything like that, you're gonna do it. But it was like
Yeah.
it's not good.
We wanted to know what the downside was because when we talk about Kratom, we both sort of gadoosh it because neither of us want to take it. We are skeptical of it because we've heard that it's like heroin.
Yeah.
So when we say that on the YouTube comments, without fail, there's like comment after comment that's like, "Oh, Kratom's the best, man. I
It's
love
people
it."
deep in their own disease.
You know, like you just don't know what you're talking about. It's not
yeah.
heroin. So like, what are the bad?
When I told my
what is the
wife I was
downside?
gonna do this podcast, she was like, "Remember when you used to tell me that Kratom's not bad?" And like it used to be because I was like, "I'm gonna go on the podcast talk about Kratom and how much like it like was terrible for me." She's like, "Remember when I used to argue with you all the time and you used to just be like, no, it's good. It comes from the
Jesus.
earth and it's natural and I could buy it online. I could take it on your porch, like relax." Remember when you used to tell me that shit? Now you're gonna go on there to shit on? I was like, I'm not gonna shit on it, but I'm gonna tell my story with Kratom.
Well,
because-
that's the downside.
That's like our girlfriends talking about us talking about Shab. They're like, remember when I told you to stop doing that? Shit? Yeah.
the downside is
True.
that you're gonna, if you do too much, you're gonna crave it. It's like you're gonna have withdrawals. You're gonna end up like it's a crutch.
right. So it's like you're addicted to it, but then also you won't have it because it's so expensive. So it will give you these. issues.
Yeah, it was expensive. Like I used to take a lot of pills, and I would buy pills like under the table, I guess, and I would pay like $3 or $4 for like a Norco. Like I told you, I have addicted person. So I would take I would buy like pills, and I like got out of hand, and I just basically wanted to get clean, so I like weaned down to like half a pill, and then I just stopped taking anything for like a few years, and then I was like, I need something, or I like you're always searching for something as
What's
like
Norco? What
a
is
Norco is like a Vicodin,
Oh, okay.
like a Percocet. A Norco, Percocet, Vicodin, they're all opiates. They're different types of Vicodins.
Right. Okay.
So that they all give me the same feeling where it makes me more positive, makes me more talkative, makes me like more outgoing.
Right.
It's like the best like version of myself, I would feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
And I discovered Kratom, and I was like, oh, I could take this here and there. And I fucking was like, oh shit, this feels exactly how like opiates felt. Like
So
this is great.
How could you be more outgoing than you are right now? I just imagine, how is that possible?
Well, it took a long time to get back to
back normal.
back to normal. But yeah, like when I first started doing stand up, like it was always like either pills, drinking, weed. Like it was
Right.
always something to like get the like courage to do it.
Uh-huh.
And I felt like when I first started doing stand up, I felt like I always had to be on. Now I know it doesn't matter. Like just
Yeah.
be yourself.
Right.
But like I felt like you always have to be on. And I'd be like, damn, how am I gonna do stand up if I'm not always on? Like sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm happy. Like I always have to be happy. And like Vicodin pills, drinking that always makes you happy. So like I got to this point where like I always want to be happy. So I always took something.
Did you ever take? And also, I should admit, I don't. If this is triggering at all, it's late to ask this question now. But don't. It's not triggering for you. Talking about your Kratom addiction.
No. Because
So- yeah.
I'm over it. Like I don't. Yeah.
Did you ever take a Kratom pill before doing stand up?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, all the time.
did you ever take one before Flappers?
Yeah, I bummed. No, I that was way like the Kratom is like maybe like a 5 years ago thing, maybe 2016 to the pandemic is when I was like, I gotta get off all this shit.
Right.
Because it got to the point where like I was doing stand up and I was like using all these crutches and using all these things that I knew I didn't need, but it's all in your head. So I was like, when the pandemic happened, I was like, oh, this is great. Like I took it as like nobody's doing stand up, nobody's doing shit. Like I'm gonna take this time to like fix myself, get clean, get off everything. So I weaned down to like taking like I went from like 20, I was taking like about 20 capsules at a time, 24 capsules at a time. So then I just cut that in half a few days, a few weeks, and then I cut that in half for a few weeks till I was down to like 4 pills a day. And then once I got off, I like called like a doctor, like, hey, I'm having like withdrawal, like I need to get on something. They're like, you should like, we should get you like into a program. You could take like Suboxone for like some time, get yourself clean. So I just like did that for like a year, got clean, got off everything, and then now I'm just like,
Damn.
And then I started doing
That's
stand up.
inspirational.
Yeah, and then I started doing stand up like just bombing, and like I was like, I'll go back to like doing fucking open mics. When I first started doing stand up, I never really did open mics. I just started doing like bringer shows, and like I used to promote clubs. So I could bring people, and I had people coming because I knew how to bring people. So like I can get on big shows and all that. So I never learned how to bomb. I never knew how to do like. So like the drugs are like give me those balls to like do these big shows that I shouldn't be on, and then now I'm like on nothing, and I had to like start
Get
from
used to
scratch.
it.
But I loved it because now I can like actually be like what I consider a real comedian, like a real struggling, like trying to.
Dude, I imagine
Learn from
Shab
scratch.
listening to your part when you're talking about the weaning off. Great, I'm just like writing down notes. Like, okay, all right. So I take those many pills. But
So-
what was that? What was that like?
Somebody taking that, I don't know. I don't know how much he's taking. I don't know what he's doing. I can only speak for myself. But I was taking it every day, all day, because I got to the point where if I didn't take it, I'll get sick.
Right.
So I don't know if he's taking it once a week, so he can't like get those like that tolerance where you have withdrawals, or if he's taking it every day, then there's no way he's not having withdrawals.
So when you take those things to like not be nervous or to be outgoing at these bigger shows, does it just make you have confidence, or like what is the good part of Kratom?
Yeah, it makes me have, you know, that like that drinking, that like the balls that you get when you're drinking,
Sure.
or that like, I mean, you never taken pills or anything. Like, have you ever done like cocaine or like ecstasy where you're like, it makes you feel like it kind of gives you like that beer balls, like the like the guts to do things, like your inhibitions are gone. Confidence. Yeah, it gives me confidence. We're like,
That's interesting.
So
because
Kratom would give me that.
Yeah, I don't think in the comments have they ever said that in the pro Kratom comments that like they give them confidence.
I think for the most part, it just helps them get off of harder drugs.
Yeah, it's a good it's a good substitute for other drugs because drugs make you feel good and Kratom makes you feel good.
Does it make you
Kratom,
concentrate?
Yeah. So totally. So it's like I would consider like a pre-workout with like an edge.
Oh, okay.
Because it gets you pumped up. Like a lot of people like take it like before they work out and it'll get you pumped up. A Bang energy drink kind of does the same thing.
What
for
about
like
rain?
A fucking
What about rain?
Same
Rain,
thing.
dude.
300 milligrams of anything is gonna fucking.
300 milligrams.
Dude, I used to
It's
drink
like
those
clearly
shits
the
like,
wrong amount of something. You should not.
No, those bangs will. I drink so much of those they don't even work anymore. I just stopped.
I don't
drink
think I've ever
Celsius
had a Bang. Have you? I'm a legit question. Have you ever had one of these?
Yeah, it's the
rain?
same as a
Are
Bang.
are they good?
Yeah.
Don't say that, Christian. We'll cut that part out. They're not good.
Oh no, they don't taste good, but they work. Like if you want to fucking go run around the block 3 times right now in like 10 minutes, pound that shit and you'll feel like you can go punch through a wall.
We just have. We just have these because Shab has them on the show.
Okay, yeah,
so he has like a bunch of
this
rain
is totally
things.
a fucking.
You can drink it right
look
now
at
if you
that,
want.
300 milligrams of caffeine.
Jesus Christ.
That's, you know how much is in a Starbucks? 90, like 90 or 100.
Oh wow.
This is like drinking 3 Starbucks coffee in like one.
That's like
that's
like a
didn't know
Panera
that.
lemonade.
Yeah.
We're not numbers guys.
No.
So, but that definitely
Red Bull
makes
is like
sense.
100 milligrams of caffeine.
God.
So it's not much more than coffee then.
No, it's not more. It's like a coffee.
Okay.
So this is like drinking 3 coffees.
Dang, I didn't know that.
So this is gonna fuck you up. This is also a pre-workout. This is like what people drink before a workout, and it pumps you up.
That you see, I never thought about like the effect of the pre-workout, like how much caffeine actually is. Because I used to take like the Jack 3D stuff. and-
Yeah.
Did when you took Kratom?
Also, one thing too. I used to work nights, and I worked a full-time job,
Damn.
and I have kids,
Yeah.
and I do stand-up. So like, I always needed to be
Yeah.
awake and have energy.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
so like that, the drugs also helped me to
Yeah.
work night crew all night, wake up, watch the kids, fucking go
You
to
needed
work.
Kratom to be a good father.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I needed something.
Now they're raising themselves.
Yeah,
It's nice.
exactly. But yeah, now that I lost them because of Kratom, Kratom ruined my
You see
life.
him on the weekends. Though.
I mean, I didn't want to totally shit on Kratom because it can help somebody if they're getting off of something heavier, and it can be a good substitution if you don't want to be on heroin.
That was
Yeah.
my question.
But if you don't do drugs and you don't do anything, don't do Kratom.
yeah, that was my question. Was before you started doing Kratom, were you clean off of the other opiates?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got clean off of opiates, and then I was like, oh, this Kratom shit, it's natural. They're saying that it's great, like it's not addictive.
Man.
It comes from the earth. There was also a guy on that dude that did the documentary on Joe Rogan that he did the steroids one. He did a documentary about steroids, and then he did a documentary about Kratom.
Are you talking about More Plates, More Dates, or wait?
No,
I don't know who.
I know that guy.
Not the super high. It's kind of like a super high me, but for weightlifting.
Oh, I don't know. No clue.
Not Liver King.
No. The guy's kind of like weird. The guy that did it, and then he was like a bodybuilder back in the day. Well, he did a documentary on Kratom. He went on there talking about Kratom. It's great, all this stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing the right thing by taking this.
Oh man.
And I still listen to Joe Rogan podcast. I like Joe Rogan podcast. There's a lot of good guests, a lot of good information, a lot of false information too, because he's just like learning. But it's not like on purpose. Like he's learning in the moment. He's talking to people in the moment.
Sure.
If he's wrong, he corrects himself. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
And at the time, Kratom was like blowing up. It was everywhere. So I was like, this is awesome.
So you
Started
forgive him for your
Yeah,
Kratom
exactly.
addiction. You're
Yeah,
it's not-
I'm
you don't
my
hold
own
it.
man, so I don't hold it against him. You know.
Well, he's aiming for the stars and landing on the moon.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not good. It shouldn't, like, when I was taking it, they were trying to make it illegal. And then I remember the website that I was taking, Quick Kratom, shut down for a while because they were like trying to stop these bills, and there was like these people trying to sign like. I remember there was something going on where I was like really worried because they were about to fucking make it illegal, and I was panicking because I'm a like that's how I know that it wasn't good, because like I was panicking because they were about to like pass a law where they can't sell it online and all this shit, and I was like fucking worried because I was like, I'm gonna
How do you
have
find
the worst 2 weeks of my life.
How do you find quick kratom? Do you just is it the first result that comes
I think
up?
I googled kratom, and then that's the one that I found, and then I would just use
Is
that.
it possible
There's different
that you
strains too.
Googled?
Did you know that there's different?
No,
it's
what are
like
the-
weed. There's like red strain, green strain, white strain. There's Mangda that gives
It's
you
only
energy.
colors.
There's Bali that makes you like relax.
Which
it's
one
like
makes
a
you
weed.
relax?
Bali I think is a red strain. I can't remember. Like I should have did my like.
You should be a kratom salesman. You should do that on the side.
But Mangda is like a strain that I would take. It was like the fucking the Cali Kush of like.
Kratom. By the
It's
way,
the chronic of Kratoms.
When he started saying this is when he was telling me about the strains of Kratom, I stopped him and I was like,
You have to
I'm
save
gonna
it for
get
the pod.
Cooney. Yeah, remember?
The strains of kratom.
There's Mangda, which was my favorite personally.
Why was it your favorite?
Because it was like the one that like would give you like fucking. You could feel it going through your veins,
like very
that-
confident? Or?
Yeah, very confident. Very like you get ready to get in a fight. Like you just feel like pumped up. But
would
like
do a
everything,
really
I
good
took
set
it so
and beat up
much that
somebody.
like I just became like a fucking. Just a blob on a couch. You know what I mean? Like you start off so pumped up with something and you take it so much that you're just like taking it just to feel normal. So it became a
right.
thing where I was just taking kratom to just feel
Level.
get through my day so I wouldn't have withdrawals. So there was like a year or two there that I was taking kratom just so I wouldn't have withdrawals. I don't want to be on it no more. I'm just on it just to feel normal. And yeah, I felt good, but it's just to like
And the withdrawals are what? Like you said, having to shit.
you get this like so. What happens when you get withdrawals? Is you start getting like a you guys obviously have never withdrawn, but like withdrawing, it's like
muscle pains and shit like
it's
that.
like spasms.
Yeah.
But it's like the like I tell people like you ever bent your nail like you ever like bend your nail back and you get that like that
Yeah,
feeling
I guess I
or
know
like
what
you
you
hear
mean.
like screeching on it. Like imagine your body like. You can't get comfortable, so like you start like just like
Oh, yeah.
getting like twitchy. Like I remember I used to like when I was withdrawing, I would have to do push-ups or like run because that like your body starts like kind of like warming up,
Yeah.
and that's what takes like the shakes away. And then you'd have the shits, and then you'd get sweaty. You get like a fever. You
I'm
might get
picturing
sick,
Shab
dog.
doing all this.
Yeah, it's funny to think of Shab doing it. It's also funny to think of all the comments that we get that's like,
Yeah.
kratom's awesome. What are you guys talking about? You didn't mention any of this.
Yeah. Because they're talking about like it's like alcohol. Like alcohol is fun when you're at the club and you're having a great time, but when when you're drinking every day and like doing like it's anything, I
Yeah.
guess. And that's what they're gonna say. Well, this guy's obviously an addict and like can't take his shit. But like I was functioning. Like nobody ever knew.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like there's people
sound-
that are gonna
yeah.
hear me talking about this and be like, I never knew this dude even did drugs.
It doesn't really sound. I mean, it sounds awful to have their withdrawals, but it doesn't sound like you had one of those like rock bottom things. It's not like you were like making your kids pour kratom into like capsules
it was
or
just basically a way to get through my day and like be a better person and like handle my responsibilities, do all that, and doing it like a lazy way of like
And-
through drugs.
And it
through,
doesn't sound like
a
you did
cheat.
like you weren't really losing it. No, at no point were your family like you were tired and they were like, "Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
can you take some of this?"
Like when I told my wife, it was a total surprise. Like when I told her, like, "Hey, this is out of hand. I gotta." She was like, "What?" Like, it's
didn't notice
fucked.
any
Yeah, like it was fucked up. Like like it was like a big like to her it was like a big betrayal because like I had already got off pills, which she never even knew was a problem until I told her like, "Hey, I have a problem."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, just come to me." And be honest and like tell me if you're having this issue, and it just became like a thing where I was like, it's fine, great. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden I'm like, fuck, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then it just becomes like you like it becomes a routine where you're just like so used to like hiding it and like doing those things that it just becomes normal.
yeah.
well,
And then
you're-
when you talk about it now, I'm like 500 capsules fucking every
That
day,
sounds
all
like-
the
yeah,
day.
that's
It
a
sounds
lot.
like how the fuck did I let how did I get to that point?
yeah.
Yeah, that was I imagine very tough and
Yeah.
real, but you may be the best addict of all time because like nobody ever knows. You didn't
Yeah.
have any horrible like
Yeah.
serious rock bottoms, and then you got off it and you were honest.
Well,
Yeah.
what about
Sorta,
your
well,
wife
so-
is Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's spicy. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what Shab says.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, no, I
Gringo
saw.
Poppy?
I saw one of his specials, and I heard 2 hot Cheeto jokes, and I was like, all right,
You're
all right,
out.
that's
You turn it
enough.
off after that?
I mean, I'm not. Look at he's got more fans than me, so I can't really fucking shit on him. But yeah, it's like
I think you can. I mean, he has more fans than us, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't count. We don't
matter.
honestly, I always liked the fucking what's it called, the Fine Companions.
Oh, well, we like it too. This is something that not everybody understands.
Yeah.
We're fans of Shab. We love the companion. We love all his commentary. We
Well,
think
yeah,
he's
like
hilarious.
it's like you love like the villain.
What?
He's like you love like the Undertaker. Like you love to
Oh,
hate the Undertaker. It's more
he's
like
the
wrestling. Like he's a heel.
He's a little bit of a heel, but we don't think he's really sometimes he
Not
plays
the villain, but you get what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't look at the Undertaker as a villain. I looked at him as the heel, and I love
But the Undertaker's
booing the heel. You know, like
in a
boo
way,
Undertaker,
we're
but
not
I love
booing
you,
it.
Undertaker.
We're not booing it.
No.
He's very stupid. The Undertaker didn't come out. The Undertaker doesn't come out and say words wrong and like, dude, today you won't believe this shit. You know who Manny Pacquiao is, right?
Yeah.
Shab today, we were watching a clip and Shab goes, I've never met anybody from Vietnam before, you know? Like Manny Pacquiao's the first person from Vietnam I've met.
Vietnam.
Yeah, and
He's Filipino. Yeah,
Exactly. And like you should
Nobody stopped him.
You know Rampage Jackson?
Yeah.
Rampage Jackson, his face was like, he's from the Philippines. And like he was shocked, but also thought it was hilarious.
And Shab realized that he made the mistake. Or he was like, no, he's from Vietnam.
No, he didn't. Shab was like, oh, dude, see, I've not met any Filipinos.
Or Vietnamese.
Do you
Or
think it's like the
Vietnamese,
fighting,
whatever,
or it's
Vietnamese.
just?
I keep getting that wrong.
Is it the
myself.
fighting?
I mean, now I think it's the Kratom, but yeah, the fighting probably.
No,
How
the
does-
Kratom.
how-
No. The Kratom does. It is kind of like you get like. I used to do back in the day. I used to do a lot of ecstasy or like stuff like that, and you get like this ecstasy brain where you can't like finish sentences, or
Oh
you kind of
my
like get
God.
stuck in your like head, and you kind of like mumble your words, and you like repeat yourself, and you just kind of like thizzin. And even when you're not doing it, you're kind of like get this brain, like this like.
I
It's
have
like
that.
kind
And
of
I
brain.
haven't done a lot of ecstasy.
And anything like that, like Kratom, do it would like kind of dome me out, and like
Yeah.
you can't, like you're just in like a kind of like a daze.
Yeah.
So maybe that might be it. You know,
You think that's what's going on with
he's
Shab?
taking the Kratom before he does the podcast.
He does it on the show.
He's
Yeah.
fucked up during the show.
Yeah, no, for
He's
sure.
fucked up during
He
the show.
drinks-
So
he drinks
So yeah,
too.
he's talking. He's fucked up. That's what it is.
Well, does alcohol do anything to you while you're taking Kratom? Or
Have
no?
you ever done both at the same time?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So what's the effect?
I mean, I was on Kratom all the time. Like so, like
Drinking
yeah,
too.
you just feel amazing. It's just like.
It's the best feeling of all time.
So Shab's having a good time when he's doing a really bad job at the show. You're not worried at all that you were doing the same thing when you were doing these shows?
Yeah, no, I mean, because I wasn't like, you're still, yeah, I guess I wasn't. Yeah,
doing
because I
well.
do, like, sometimes when you get pumped up, you get like this goofy, like, when you're peaking on Kratom or on any like type of like opiate,
Yeah.
you get this like giddiness of like where you can be really goofy and like be playful. And it's not necessarily like your true self, is like an exaggeration of yourself.
Right.
So yeah, he's probably like saying things that he wouldn't normally do because he's on like like he's drunk, or like he's on like in like a, like you're like in a euphoric state where like you're being goofy and like you don't give a shit what you say. So you're gonna do things that you don't normally do.
Is withdrawal like a hangover?
No.
No.
Yeah, in a way it is. But a withdrawal is like a withdrawal is just like you can lay in your bed and like be withdrawing and just watch TV.
Okay.
Withdrawal is like you can't like even think. Like you're just like you're
Right.
giddy. You
Right,
feel
right.
like shit. You have to go take a shit. You come out. You have to go take a shit again. You're fucking sweating. Like
Does it ever
There's
make
no
you
relief.
like tired? Because the reason I asked
oh
this
yeah,
question,
you're exhausted too.
Okay, you're
but you're like,
exhausted, yeah.
but you can't stop moving because you can't get comfortable, and you're like fidgeting, and you're like,
dude, this is Shab. He fidgets on the show. He does this a lot, and people, the Changs people that edit the videos, they'll zoom in on Shab just like doing this, and
he's
like
probably like,
shaking
yeah, like
and-
whenever I need more, like if I'm like starting to feel like I need more Kratom, like I start fidgeting because you start feeling withdrawals. I don't know if I can't speak for him because I haven't seen what it is, but yeah, like you'll start feeling like,
Would your hand shake?
yeah, like you start feeling like you just like you can't just sit and be like you almost like when you take like like Norcos or like Vicodin or anything like heroin. Like I've never taken that, but when you do that, you feel like this euphoric feel where you're just like kind of dead and you just feel like empty, like in a way, like you don't have to move. And then as it goes away, you start feeling like shit. And then you get to like this peak where you're like you feel everything.
Did Kratom ever make you like look at a big guy getting into a small car and be like, how did he get in there?
No. But yeah, you.
That's a shop. That's a shop. No, it's a shop thing. I couldn't even deliver that well. I kind of botched it, but
it's crazy. The other dude, Fitzgerald, he takes a lot of Kratom.
Who's Fitzgerald?
He's a comedian, or what's his name?
Greg Fitzgerald.
Yeah, right. The guy that always wears costumes with the
Fitzsimmons. That's what I meant. Yeah,
is he talking about
with the bald guy, Irish guy?
He's the guy that's always dressed. Him and Joe Rogan always wear like costumes whenever he's on there.
Oh, Duncan Trussell.
Duncan Trussell. I think he takes a shitload of Kratom too.
Oh, okay.
I heard him talking about Kratom. I was like, oh yeah, he's
that
on
makes
one.
sense. He takes a lot of drugs. That guy.
Yeah, he's on one. Yeah.
I called him Greg Fitzgerald. And it was Duncan Trussell.
Which one's Fitzgerald? Fitzgerald, it kind of looks like him, though. No,
Fitzsimmons. He has like they do kind of look a little bit. They kind of like
you can confuse the two.
He wears the newsboy cap.
Yes, they kind of are this. Yeah. They're both on the Rogan podcast, though. They both, I get them confused.
They're both there on their line. Funny guys.
They're both hilarious guys, but yeah. One of them talks about taking Kratom, though. Still, to this day, he talks about like...
For sure, it's Trussell.
They have Kratom at the club that he just opened.
Oh,
the spaceship.
Comedy's Mothership?
The Mothership. They have Kratom at the Mothership.
Like at the bar? Or
Not like they have it in the green room, I think they were talking about. They have it like just in there. If anybody wants to take Kratom, they take it. And they were talking about one of the comics takes way too much. They go drink the whole... And I'm like, oh yeah, that was fucked up.
That's
but
hilarious.
It's not something that you could take and then like pills. You could take like 20 of them and you just pass out. Kratom, the more you take, you start throwing up, and it's like you can only take a certain amount. That's what I was saying. Like you get like you can only have like a certain there's like a limit to the how fucked up you can get.
So
on
Rogan takes Kratom?
I don't think so. I think he's taken it before, and he was like, fuck that, because he doesn't really. He was like, nah, this is a drug that I might like. So he knew.
So he puts it in his green room for other people to take. What's that?
Well, it's I'm sure he fucking has cocaine all over that green room too. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Not him, but I'm sure
it's there.
He's not gonna stop people from doing what they want to do if they're adults.
No. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's true.
But he's definitely like taken it and been like, this feels too good to be true.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is. If anything's too good to be true, it's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
So it was so good that you knew. Did you ever know when you took it?
Yeah,
that you
were
like,
I knew.
This is gonna be bad someday, or like in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I knew that. I guess I was in denial, but I knew at the end of the day, like, this is not gonna end well, probably.
And you quit by doing that program. You had to take a legitimate program.
No, so during the pandemic, I was like, all right, everything's closed. I don't have to do stand up, which was like my big fear, like having to do stand up and doing these shows, and I gotta like be withdrawing or like be like, because you get depressed when when you try to clean up. You feel like when you're like you feel happy at first because you got off something, but then you get depressed because you need something.
And Kratom doesn't work on Zoom.
Yeah. yeah. So I was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna like wean down to nothing, and then if I need help, I'm gonna go and like get an outpatient and like see what I can do. Because I know once I get down to like wean down to like nothing, I'm gonna have withdrawal. So I need them to give me like clonidine, fucking shit for diarrhea, like muscle spasms, stuff to help with like the withdrawals. So once I weaned down to like almost nothing, I told them like I'm almost at nothing, but I'm feeling like withdrawals. So they gave me shit for symptoms.
Kratom is serious, dude. You need to take fucking pills after you do it to not shit your pants and to fucking not have muscle spasms. This is the people that are writing comments saying that we should take Kratom. Fuck you. Yeah. Now I'm like real like now I'm fully on board.
I think that you could take it once, feel great, and never do it again because the just so you can know how it feels as an experiment. It's not like crack where you're gonna do it once and like you're fucked up.
Right.
I told you, I have a history with like with drugs and with like
we do
pills.
too, though. I think the three of us all have addictive personalities.
Yeah,
for
if you
sure.
have an addictive personality, don't.
Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it.
I
I'm still addicted to all the things.
I hit you with the earthquake. Yup.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I wouldn't recommend it if you're addicted personality. But if you just want to like try it, and you can like you've tried cocaine before and it's not, you dabble, drink, you don't have a big drinker and you just want something for like the day just to try. Yeah,
we were joking like one of us was gonna take Kratom on the pod if we got a certain amount of likes or something.
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
I think it was subscriber count.
Subscriber count.
I brought some actually.
You're fully addicted to it. You start like shaking and pouring into a capsule.
I'm like, fuck.
What do you mean you don't have capsules? You throw the random.
I actually
Give me
found
that
a
shit
few.
away from me.
I found a few capsules like randomly like a few months ago, and I just threw them in the trash because I was like,
Do they have stuff in them?
yeah. They were like capsules like with shit, and I was like, I threw them away.
I still don't really understand. So you go to the store, the Kratom store, and you're like, I want the powder and I want some blank capsules.
Okay, yeah. So you can buy like a capsules already made. So I ended up just buying capsules
More expensive?
already made. Yeah, way more expensive, but it was easy because they were like you can buy like 500 of them for I can't remember. It was like 500 for like $100, and that would last me like a week or two, a week and a half, a week.
Oh, wow.
So it was like $100 a week, or you can buy the powder, which is like $7 for like half, like I don't know, like it was like a Ziploc bag like that, like $15,
Yeah.
and that would last me like a week or two. But you'd have to like scoop it, and it tastes like
That
shit,
sucks.
and it sucked.
Oh, it tastes worse?
Oh, it tastes like grass, like you fucking. It does not taste good. It tastes like shit.
The other mango, or what's it called?
Mangda. That
Mangda
strain.
tastes good?
No, none of them taste
No,
good.
it tastes good.
Don't be mistaken.
None of them taste
None
good.
of them
That's
taste
why I would take it in capsules and swallow it because then the swallow and then you'd burp it and you could like I would taste the like
Yeah.
it was like a chalky like grassy like just dirt with it just tastes like shit.
It tastes like withdrawals.
Can you buy under the table Kratom? Is there like, do drug dealers, do you know if they sell Kratom?
No drug dealers are selling
No,
Kratom. No, it's not like 'cause
Kratom laced
you
with
can get it on the
fentanyl?
website. You can get it on the you could buy it online.
It's just, it's too legalized for that.
It's just there's a gray area.
Yeah.
It's a great. I think it's in like Thailand or like one of those Asian countries where it's like it became really popular and they made it illegal
Okay.
because it's like it became like
Yeah, they
an
hate
issue.
all the drugs there.
Yeah. So they made it. It was big in like one of these countries. It got huge there, and then they made it illegal, and then it's like slowly into
Yeah.
other countries. People are figuring
Manny
out like
Pacquiao
Kratom.
in Vietnam probably got it
Yeah,
up out there, you know?
yeah. I can't remember, but yeah, it's like from another country that like they brought it over here. And
Oh, it's from somewhere else?
yeah, it's not. It's
I
not.
didn't know
Yeah. It like got big in like Thailand or I can't remember, but it's like an Asian country. It was huge. They they made it illegal, and then other countries started like buying it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard it as like, or what were you going to say, Jordan?
Oh, no, go for it.
I heard it as like Adderall effect. That's why I was asking if it helps you with concentration, because some people have said that they use it.
I
instead
tried
of
Adderall. It wasn't for me. I didn't like it.
So it's different.
Adderall is fucking.
different.
Adderall is fucking meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, literally, I think. Partially.
Yeah, I tried meth once and it was not. I didn't like it. It was an accident too. I thought it was coke, but
Yeah.
It was just funny that time because you were like, you said, I tried Adderall once and I tried meth once.
well, I didn't like either. It's just like too like I felt too uneasy,
Yeah.
too much in your head. Like it was just I thought it was gonna be amazing because people talk about it like you're gonna be able to write and talk and you feel it, and I was like no.
It didn't have
Same
that
thing
effect
with
for
beta
you.
blockers. That didn't work either.
I don't even know what that is. What's a beta blocker?
Blockers are people like Neil Brennan takes them. I think dude from Tiger Belly has taken
Bobby Lee?
Bobby Lee takes
Yeah.
them. They're a lot of musicians and like people that play instruments play them. They take it right before stage, and it slows your heart rate. It makes you
Oh, it
like
makes you
you're
less nervous or something
Yeah.
like that.
They're called beta blockers.
That's like
It slows your heart rate. It's like a medication for like old people to like,
Oh,
and they realize it calms you down.
I just knocked my hot Cheeto necklace off.
Oh, no.
I'll figure it out. But so beta blockers, what do they take what's that thing that people take to make you like calm? It's like the famous pill. It's
Meditation.
It's not Vicodin. No, dude.
Valium.
Valium. So is that a beta blocker?
No, it can, but Valium makes you
I
fall
was thinking
asleep.
of Xan. What is a Xan?
Oh, Xanny bars. Xanny bars are I don't like those either.
What is it called though? The Xan is short for something, right?
Is
Xan.
what? Okay, do your Jordan Peterson voice.
Oh, benzos.
Oh, benzo.
But that's not what I'm talking about though.
okay.
Benzo.
Xanny bars, Xanax.
Xanax. That's
Xanax.
Is Xanax. I don't know why I'm asking you this as if you're a doctor, but you have done a lot of drugs.
Yeah,
Is Xanax a beta blocker?
I don't know.
Because I know that
because
people take that.
I didn't. Yeah, Xanny
for
bars are
performance.
like another. Yeah, they help you
Yeah.
for performance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because people like Xanax, but Xanax I think is like a Valium where it like makes you go to sleep. Like it's very like lean.
it does
Like
make you go to sleep.
promethazine, like
Yeah.
that, like that type of stuff, where like you just, I don't like that stuff. I like drugs that like make
Yeah.
you talk and make you like
Yeah.
do shit and make you productive.
You
and,
need
like,
more
yeah,
energy.
Yeah,
not
yeah, I
less.
need
I'm the
energy. Yeah.
same, yeah. I would
So
need
yeah,
more
I don't
energy.
want Valiums to.
Coffee.
Valiums are good if you want to go to sleep and you have trouble sleeping.
Okay, so a difference is beta blockers are typically prescribed to treat high blood pressure and heart problems, and they are prescribed off-label for anxiety. Xanax is a different kind of drug, a benzodiazepine that is type of tranquilizer. Widely
Valium is the
prescribed-
same. Yeah.
Widely prescribed for anxiety.
This is what Jordan Peterson. He's writing down notes.
Can I get some benzos?
benzos, please, Christian?
Yeah, Valium, Diazepam, those are like the Mexican way
No,
of saying.
that's a Mexican dish, right? Mezapan?
no, yeah, it's a masapan.
A lot of the stuff
Diazepam
you're
is
saying
like
sounds
a
different,
Valium. It's
yeah.
a diazepam or diazepam.
yeah,
What you
yeah.
said? That's
Oh,
Yeah.
diazepam.
yeah, it's like a Valium.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
what does Shab say? He sniffs. Shab says in the Gringo Poppy that he sniffs pozole. He sniffs it up into his nose.
Oh, snorts it.
Snorts
Pozole?
it. He snorts it. Yeah. Pozole?
It's because it's so good, or what?
I guess.
Yeah, that's the joke there. He's like, and then he says that he does it like Theo does cocaine.
I did want to ask him one question.
Yeah.
What would
This
you?
is in his stand-up. Hold on, sorry, that was in his stand-up.
Yeah, that was a joke. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you call? What would you call a cookie with salsa on it?
A cookie with salsa.
Let's see if you can guess what it is.
Yeah.
You saw
cookie
some
with
of the
sal-
stand-up
A
already. You know what
cookie
he
with
talks
salsa.
about. What would a cookie with salsa on it be?
A fucking tamale. I don't know. Fucking
Now try again. Let's give you another.
yeah.
Do 3 guesses if you can.
Be
cookie
more
with sal-
redacted in your brain.
Even more.
fuck.
That's actually way
Yeah.
better.
I didn't even see that coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
a cookie with salsa. I don't fucking.
You don't have to guess.
No,
Do you want us to tell you?
Fucking a chicharron.
Like a
You're
pork
so good at
rind?
guessing, yeah.
A pork rind?
A pork rind. It's like a cookie, I guess. Spicy cookie. I don't know what is it.
He said spicy. Oh,
Isn't
Mike,
it? Isn't chicharron like a pork rind?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a Mexican,
all right.
Mexican pork rind.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Okay, you want to tell him what it is?
Mexican cookie. That's what Shop's joke is. He goes, "Do you know what? Do you know what a Mexican cookie is?
I've heard
It's
that.
a cookie with salsa on
Oh
it.
my god! Yeah,
so we
yeah, I've
ate
heard
that. We
yeah.
ate one of those on the stream.
Yeah.
Once. It was disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I think I did hear that one.
Do you
yeah.
think that's just stupid, or is that also offensive?
I think it's both. I don't know. It's not offensive because it's so stupid.
Right. That's what I.
Like,
I mean,
it's too
I'm a white
stupid
guy.
to be
but
offensive. It's
that's
like
what I
I'd
think.
be like, "Are you trying to be offensive? Because you're just stupid."
All right. Let me ask you another. I promised that I would stop bringing this up with guests.
Are
but
you homeless?
No.
Okay, sorry, go for it.
I promised I would stop bringing that, but I'm gonna bring it up differently.
You
I'm
got-
not
I
gonna
don't
bring it
live
up
in
in
a
an
home.
offensive way.
okay.
I'll explain it. So Shab is, I mean, it's like unarguable that this is a racist thing.
Isn't he
to
a
say.
trucker right now? Isn't he a trucker now?
Trucker?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
like? He wears trucker
I
hats.
recently went
He
onto
mods
his.
trucks,
Oh, he
dude.
mo-
I recently
yeah.
went onto his
He's a
social
truck
media.
guy.
He's all into trucks and shit now.
Yeah, Toontown.
And I saw him fixing up a truck.
Oh, you've been
like,
watching
trying to-
Toontown?
Yeah, no,
Big
no, no.
Toontown guy.
No, but I recently like I
mod,
don't
bro?
dislike the guy. I like the guy. So I was like, what's Shop up to these days? Like a
Right.
few months ago, and I saw that he was into trucks, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's
Very
into
into
trucks
trucks.
right now. All right, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, when you have money, you have hobbies.
So okay, very true. He says when he meets somebody who, or if he's talking about somebody who's Mexican, he will ask them or people that they know whether they are Taco Bell Mexican or Guadalajara Mexican, which I mean is offensive, right? Is that offensive?
No, because I get what he's trying to say, and I say I'm a Guadalajara Mexican
I wasn't going to ask you
because I speak Spanish, right? Is that
you
what the
think-
joke is? That like you speak
that's
Spanish,
one
or you're like,
interpretation.
Maybe not the language so much as the culture. Like you're culturally Guadalajara as opposed to Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
like Americanized?
Yeah,
fucking-
Americanized.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a mixture of both,
Yeah.
but I identify more with Guadalajara.
Well,
Mexican.
he is one of the 1,000. So you know.
Yeah, and you
Is
are
he
one of the
Mexican?
1,000. No.
We do actually think he is. We want to see his birth certificate. It's like Obama. You know what I mean?
Shab, yeah, we think that
What
Shab
is he?
may
He's
be.
just white.
That's what he says.
yeah,
we, don't
believe
necessarily
it.
believe
He doesn't
it.
look white.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, we don't believe that shit.
The narrative is painted, as they would say.
But he has like he looks different than what he looked like when he was fighting. He has like lip fillers and stuff, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing that they talk about a lot on the pod is that he clearly has done some stuff to his face. What do you think about that? What do you think about lip fillers on a man?
I mean, if you got the money.
Oh,
if
you would do it?
No, I
You
wouldn't.
would do it.
I
Bigger
would
lips?
never do any of that shit. I mean, I would do. I mean, I would do the hair shit. You know, I'd get some. If I had some money, I'll go to
Oh.
Turkey and get some hair plugs.
I mean, isn't it too late, though, for us?
Yeah, it's
Fake
too
hair. I
late,
mean,
yeah,
people just
fuck.
know that we don't.
Yeah, but I mean, it would be dope to like just come in one summer, you know, wear a hat all winter, and then come out in the summer and be like, blah, you know, like.
What do you? Because comedians are doing that now, though. There's another guy that just had a special out that they say his face is fake. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
What do you think
Fucking,
about
Matt
that?
Rife?
Like old yeah, Rife, yeah.
What I think about him? I think he's funny.
No, well, I mean, like not comedically. I mean the face stuff. The face stuff.
It doesn't. It looks. He looks great.
Okay.
He's a hot guy. I'd fuck him.
Pause,
Okay,
dude.
no. My wife would fuck him. You know?
Does your wife
I'd
think he's
watch.
funny?
My wife, I don't even think he's on
not-
her radar.
yeah, no,
he's on
yeah,
her radar. She's
right.
not like
She's just trying to
watching.
stop
She's
you
not
from
out there
Kratom.
watching.
She's not. Gonna
Yeah,
watch
she's
Matt
not
Rife.
out
She
there
has no time.
watching stand-up specials or like dissecting comedy. She's just like,
She's not a loser.
yeah. She's watching fucking Housewives and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like a
She's-
normal person
like
would do. Yeah, that's
she's
true.
out there watching the drama.
That's good to hear. I'm glad she's not, dissecting Brendan Schaub's stand-up. That would be weird for sure. That would
I don't even think she knows who Schaub is either.
That'd be
If I
different.
was like, this is
Different.
Brendan Schaub, she'd be like, who?
Well, try some
Maybe
stuff.
she'll know because of
Here,
the TMZ.
humor me. When you go home tonight, when you walk in, go, lot of ladies in the crowd tonight, and see if she knows what you're talking about. Ask her, be like, real
What
quick.
was the
real
hot
quick.
Cheeto joke?
You go ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically, he knows that his wife is. You know, my wife's Mexican. There's hot Cheetos getting thrown all over the place. They're all over the living room, and then it's a callback like throughout the special where he's like, "Hot Cheetos are everywhere," kind of thing.
And the quinceañera, remember?
Yeah.
Quinceañera
I
stuff.
can't
Oh,
really
yeah.
talk too much shit because I had a hot Cheetos joke, but it was better than that one.
What was your hot Cheetos joke, if you don't mind?
It was about like how it was a shape ups joke. It was about how girls back like it was this early in my comedy career, but I had a joke about like how girls would wear shape ups to like the grocery store, and I'll be like, oh shit, like fat girls. You can't say that, big girls, or I can't remember. It was like some
who's
joke where,
talking
like,
right now? Matt Rife with
she was
salsa on him?
I was like, this big fat bitch, like that kind of thing where you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that. All
Yeah,
right,
do
so this
old
big
Christian.
fat bitch
Do
walked
old
in, right, wearing shape ups, and I was like, those shoes with the big ass heel. I was like, oh shit, this bitch is working out right now. And then I had a thing where like she had hot Cheetos in her basket, like
Okay.
lifting 2 liters in hot Cheetos and putting it in her basket. But this was like when hot Cheetos were hot, when
You'd also
the
just take-
topic was not,
You
this
had a
was-
fistful of mango,
also-
too.
yeah,
before that.
yeah. But I think that was the tag, like
That's
hot
jokes on
Cheetos,
Kratom right there.
hot Cheetos in her thing. Yeah,
I think it's conclusive that fucking Kratom leads to hot Cheeto jokes.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
what
that's
you
what it
said
is,
now
yeah.
is far better than what even then,
Yeah.
what Shab has. I mean,
Yeah.
Shab, there wasn't really a joke. It was just that essentially him saying Mexicans, which he says Mexicans instead of Mexican.
Yeah.
Mexicans love hot Cheetos.
Even
That
now, I
was the
have a joke where I'm like, people want to complain, and I'm like, I say Takis because hot Cheetos is too played. Like
Right,
I
yeah.
knew
Yeah,
to say
Takis
Takis.
are-
I was
that's
like,
what's new.
Takis went up 30 cents or something like that. Remember, I have
Yeah.
a tag where
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
remember
people
that
always
joke.
complain like about prices, like Takis 30 cents. I can't remember the line right now, but yeah, it's Takis. Like, don't
Oh.
say hot Cheetos right now.
No,
you say
you're absolutely
Takis,
right.
You
Yeah.
say fucking another one. There's so much
Yeah.
more than hot Cheetos.
It just shows that Shab is so out of touch because
It's just
Takis
lazy.
overtook it. Yeah,
I think
it's lazy.
hot Cheetos is just lazy.
That's so
It's
funny.
like you grab
Hot
like
Cheetos
the.
is lazy.
It's like there's always the
Low-hanging fruit.
obvious line, and then the other line, and then there's the fucking great line. I think what's in,
Deep. Yeah, I agree.
there's a comic that says that there's the
A to
there's the
C
obvious
or A
one
to
that
C.
everybody's gonna go for, and then there's the all right cool one, and then there's the one that you haven't thought of yet. That's like
Yeah.
you strive for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which
he's
is the
going
Mr.
for
Whole
the-
Foods.
Yeah.
He's
exactly.
going with the easy one for the special.
Yeah, well, I mean, he only can achieve probably the easy one with the
Yeah.
level of CT that he has.
Even he's like, I didn't know I thought of that. You like, yeah, for the easy one.
What is there a joke where you guys are like, oh shit?
Yeah, there is actually. For me, he was okay. So let me paint the scene for you. He was hunting for turkeys with Joe Rogan, and he's like, "What? We're hunting for turkeys? Like, okay, tell me where the turkeys are at. Oh, right there behind the bush. Okay." And then he kicks all the turkeys. He's like, "Okay, what are we hunting for now?" Great, dude.
Jardo like legitimately did like that joke. I know it sounds like he's like doing a bit right now,
No.
but he laughed pretty hard when we watched it.
Yeah, dude.
He liked the sound effect.
I mean,
Kicking the turkey.
I feel like if I was there just watching his stand up, I wouldn't think it's as bad as watching it because like I think my stand up is horrible when I watch it.
Really?
And I feel like a lot of comics when you see them in person, they're way funnier than they
Yeah,
are on TV.
true.
And it doesn't always translate the same.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you go see Shab, it might not be as bad live. And
Yeah.
it's just like it works
Yeah.
in the room because it also becomes a thing where like you're laughing at how dumb it is a lot of times.
oh
Like, you
yeah,
know?
we would definitely laugh.
And then when you're watching it like through a TV and like you lose all that, it doesn't translate. Like I feel like that's why a lot of comedians don't do specials
Yeah.
because they just don't feel like it's gonna translate or they just don't want to give. Also, they don't want to give up their material.
Yeah.
That's a good point and true, but with Shab, I think it's a little different because Shab is like really,
different.
really bad. You know.
Yeah.
He's
I
like-
mean, I
it's like
can't
over
like
the-
look. I
over the
can't
top.
say that the specials were. I saw the first one, or like I watched most of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't good, but it wasn't. There's a lot of specials that I watched, and I'm like, how is this guy get
Yeah.
a special?
And you
Oh.
didn't feel that way with Shab?
No, yeah, I felt like that.
Okay.
But there's a lot of guys that have specials out there. You're like, dude, this is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
for
one
sure.
thing I don't know if you know about Christian, dude, he does comedy all over the country, right? Right?
I mean, I have done comedy over the
You
country, but
are
I
about
don't
to go
do.
to fucking Orlando in Texas right now, dude.
Yeah, but that's recent. That's like
Recent.
I'm.
He's-
Arlington.
This
Addison
last year,
Improv?
this last year, I started going like around the country, but
Yeah.
like I'm not headlining around the. I'm like middling or
Not
like
yet.
getting there.
Yeah.
I'm trying, but
But I wanted to ask you a question. Out of all the states, do you love Texas?
yeah, Texas is the best one that I've probably. But that's the place I've been to the most.
Oh, okay. Do you ever go on stage and go, "I love you, Texas"?
No, I had a Texas joke though because I had to do a Texas. I did Texas. I was like, I need a Texas joke. I was
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna do? And it's right around the time when we were still wearing masks.
Uh-oh.
And I
Did you
showed
call
up.
California North
And I
Korea
showed.
with the
I
beach?
said.
Yeah, what do you-
I said I showed up to the airport with no mask. Like I'm going to Texas.
Yeah.
Fuck. What was the joke?
That's
it was
kinda-
something
that's
about like
better
how I
than
showed
Shadow.
up to the airport with no mask, and I was like, I'm going to Texas. And I can't remember the rest, but it was just basically like.
Did you hear what he asked?
Because they don't
you,
give a
though?
shit about masks.
Did you like? Do you think LA is like North Korea with a beach? That's what Shab says. Shab says that.
Honestly, the first time we did this where we asked guests about Shabisms, I didn't like it, but this time I fucking love
Isn't
it.
it fun? I mean, it's so much fun to ask, dude.
Is he ones that shits on LA or he still loves LA?
I mean,
Because
no,
I
he
hate it
shits
when
on-
people shit on LA.
He shits on LA, but
Yeah.
mainly it seems like he's just parroting Rogan. You know,
Yeah.
he like because Rogan doesn't like LA now.
How much do you like
I don't
LA?
understand why I would never leave LA.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to, I would never leave LA.
Yeah.
And it's because all that shit that people say, like, oh, it's so like I'm not around that. Like, if you're in that group, then yeah, you're gonna be around that. But I'm around normal people
Right.
and my family, and I just like the food. There's no like I've been a lot of places, and no one has like the good food in LA. Like,
Normal people,
even
like
like I-
Gerardo Alarcon, Jesus Sepulveda, and
Yeah, no,
Jerry Garcia,
no.
the most normal.
yeah.
Just straight shooters.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
Nah, I'm kidding.
maniacs, but yeah, but yeah, it's like these are, but exactly those people aren't like they're not exactly woke.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's what they complain about. Like,
Okay, I see,
Joe
I see.
Rogan, you listen to his podcast, he's still talking about masks, and like no one's talking about masks over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on this side, homie.
Yeah, like no one's
No, not in Raccoon Tweediesville.
No.
yeah, like no one's wearing a
Not in
mask.
Thick
Like
Boy
he's still
Town.
hung up on like how crazy everybody was during the pandemic, and it was
Yeah.
like
He is kind of
everybody-
obsessed with it, yeah.
Everybody was crazy during that time.
Yep.
He got kind of good. He did get gadooshed, a lot. He got a lot of heat for the ivermectin stuff and the vaccine stuff. So maybe he's just not going to let it go.
Yeah.
He's like kind of still mad or whatever.
They got him recently with but it's like he corrected himself in the moment, and people are
Oh,
still like pissed. And
the
I'm
Donald
like,
Trump
he
thing.
literally corrected himself, and it is true. Like, and I'm not a Trump supporter at all, but like when Trump made the mistake, it wasn't because he's like old and senile.
Right.
It's like he made the mistake because he's an idiot. And he misspoke.
What was the
But we
Trump
know he's
thing?
an idiot. So Trump said that one of the wars had airports. It was like World War
right,
One.
Oh,
and
Revolutionary.
He said that
The
Biden-
The Revolutionary
Yeah.
War had airports, but I think
right.
he just misspoke.
Yeah.
Whereas, like when they thought Biden said, they thought that because he's old and like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like they're both terrible.
Trump's probably
I'm
on
not.
Kratom anyways.
They're both terrible candidates to me.
Who do you think is more likely to be taking Kratom, Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Yeah.
Really?
Biden needs
Trump.
it.
Trump, I feel like takes fucking like he's on like a concoction like of like not opiates, but like some type of like Ritalin.
you guys have
or, like,
benzos?
fucking
Yeah.
shit that's like waking you up and like Biden too. Biden's on like all that old people stuff,
Yeah.
capsules, and I don't fucking know if he's.
I wonder what Biden's on. Something keeping him alive, Trump's more like what you say. He's got like a
He's
drawer
got the
full of different
formaldehyde in
pills
him
and shit.
already.
He pops them. He's like, listen, okay. He goes into a spiel.
Honestly, I haven't been paying attention. I just stopped paying attention. I haven't heard what Biden's on or talking about. Nothing. I stopped paying attention.
Right.
Right? Like,
I mean, you don't do a lot of political stuff when you're in your
I try not to. It's just too like the guys that do it are way better than me at it.
Jim
So I don't
Brewer,
even try.
stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Jim Brewer is probably one of your favorite
Yeah.
comics, right?
Yeah,
does
like
a lot.
I like especially at Mike's. It's like you have like a lot of like stuff like that where I'm like I'm not even gonna attempt to do it better than like you guys because that's what you guys have always
thank
like
you.
like specialized in or
Yeah.
like trying that type of stuff. So I always just try to stay like in my world. Like what happened to me today, what has happened in my life, how do I feel about this that happened today, and that's where I stay in my comedy.
What I try and do,
But it sucks because
in my
I don't have that muscle. I don't have that muscle though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like your stand up, but what I try and do is like just talk about normal grounded shit, like like if there's a gay monster, right? If there's a gay monster, dude, and like the monster in the closet though, what like the monster coming out of the closet with the dick though, with the dick on the monster, that's my kind of stuff.
Yeah. I
That's-
did try to do some stuff like that. Like
Do you
if
eat the
died-
dick first?
Like I didn't want to. I had some joke that I tried didn't work about like if I died like in 2000 in like 94, would I still be like haunting people in like that outfit? Like what if you're like really like like baggy clothes is
You
back
look
now, but
bad,
like
yeah.
you're just like the monster stuck in that like
The ghost is mid.
you're like stuck in Miller Outburst clothes or some shit. Like
The ghost is wearing FUBU.
yeah. Like you're
yeah.
just stuck in that outfit forever.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But now
You're stuck in cross colors and shit. I don't
now
know.
this stuff is coming back.
Yeah.
Or at least
so
the
you'd be
90s.
you'd be like, fuck, I'm finally coming back after 20 years of
Jinkos.
being
Oh,
dead.
shit.
I think this would be a good conversation to have in front of Cooney. But we got in a little argument last night about our behavior on stage, right?
Oh yeah.
Was Gerardo fucking up?
So Gerardo.
Oh, no, wait, you can't
just. Well,
Go for it.
Gerardo kind of lost his cool for a second.
Shocker. Shocker alert.
So he starts shitting on Steve.
Steve who?
Steve Lage, which like who does it? Fuck you, Steve, sucking.
Wait, but you're not saying the most important part.
Okay, Steve yelled out because he has a pickle joke that he's working on the porn site.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Oh,
give
yeah.
away your
Yeah,
joke, but you have a
yeah,
thing.
we talked about
And so
this.
Steve yells out, "I like sandwiches," but he's trying to be supportive.
No.
He was
No.
shitting on your joke.
Well, no, what I was doing.
He was trying to be supportive though.
No, but what I
And
was.
you were like, "Fuck you, Steve."
Yeah, this sounds like something Gerardo would do.
But what I was trying to do was like I told you, I didn't know where else to go. I've already hit a sandwich punchline, right? and then I just turned on the room. I was like, "Fuck everyone!"
But
in here.
you turned because he yelled out sandwich. But they weren't giving.
But no. You're wrong. Because I turned on the room before he said sandwich, and then everyone was laughing because I was just saying how much they suck. I was like, "Fuck everyone!"
And then he said, "I like sandwiches" because you turned on the room, right?
"Yeah." And then that's when he spoke
because he was trying to help you though. Like he wasn't trying to help you, but he was trying to be supportive. Like, well, I like sandwiches, but before that, I bought like it was just like the first guy that went up started doing his like. Hey, so I'm gonna roast somebody. We don't know what the guy looks like.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about the guy. He's like,
shaking his head.
and then he starts telling us all his roast jokes. We're like, there's like,
Ugh.
what are you doing?
Disgusting.
Like I was like, what are you doing? And the guy's a funny guy when he does his stand up, but I knew what he was trying to do, but it just killed the vibe.
Yeah.
Killed the vibe. I had to go up after him.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I can't do my material because like I'm not gonna work on my material. I'm just gonna talk, and it did not go well. And,
Yeah,
but I just,
fourth wall
but
sucks.
I just kept trying to do more jokes and trying to find something, but I was not in the mood at that point either. Long day, whatever. I wasn't really in the mood yesterday. You could tell, and it just didn't work. He goes up, same thing, but he's like,
whoa,
"Fuck
be
this!
cool,
I'm gonna,
dude, be cool."
but fuck this! I'm gonna go into like, because they killed the vibe.
Yeah.
So he went up to the same, like I didn't get him anything, and I got off kind of awkward because I was just like, "Fuck this!" So he goes up, turns on the room, starts
But
yelling.
wait a minute. The most important operative part of this is that Steve spoke first, right? Now,
but being supportive.
okay,
Yeah, he's being supportive.
okay.
Okay, so on the second show,
the second show.
I went up first again, right? I went up before you.
Yeah.
And or did I go up after you?
No, so the first guy went up, and he.
So
had,
this dude, I don't even want to shut him. He's a new comic, whatever. He's doing his thing. He's learning. He's
Luke
not.
Schwartz. Yeah.
No.
Luke Schwartz.
So he has this bit where he takes off his takes off his hat and he's wearing a bag on his head, like a plastic bag.
Oh.
All right, they laugh. Gerardo laughs.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Hey, be cool.
You laughed?
Did you?
very strange.
I heard a lot of laughs. All right, I get pity laughs, but like if they're like good or like so I just was like, okay, and then they laughed. So then I go up and I'm like actually trying to like do like premise. I get nothing, and I'm like maybe I need to maybe I need to wear a fucking bag on my head, and you guys will laugh.
You said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that too, probably.
And then Gerardo laughed when I said that.
Yeah.
And they all laughed. Even the dude
Yeah.
with the bag laughed because it was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't angry. I was just like, maybe I need to fucking. And then I said, Steve has his fucking whiskey and his stupid guitar. This guy's going to punch somebody. You know?
Gerardo's
gonna because I couldn't think of like a prop
No,
for it. So I
that's
was
good.
like, Gerardo's gonna punch somebody. Like, what do I need?
Everyone
something.
immediately
I need a prop. I need a
understands
prop.
that.
You know, I need a prop.
Right.
So then I get off and was like, and then Gerardo was like, dude, why would you say that about the bag? I was like, dude, you just shit on Steve's whole
that's funny.
life.
That's funny.
He's like, yeah, but Steve, and he was like, yeah, but Steve yelled something. I was like, and at the time I was like, oh yeah, you're right, he did. Yeah, but then I was like, he was being supportive though.
I had no clue why he said. I completely lost why sandwiches was relevant. Why would he say I love sandwich? I thought he was fucking with me.
Because you said
I know.
you said
Now
yeah.
I realize, but I did.
That's why I was like, he was being supportive, and you were like, man, fuck you, Steve.
I know. I feel bad, but afterwards,
But Steve doesn't give a shit, and
Yeah.
it's like everybody's like in the like nobody got mad, but it's just like
Yeah.
we lost our
Afterwards,
cool.
I nuked Steve. I was like, "Hey, see you."
Yeah, he don't care.
Bound to see you again, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him go up there, and he's like, what's the owner's name?
Joe.
Joe said I can say whatever I want up here, and he's like,
I was there
about-
too. Yeah, that shit was wild, dude. Yeah, he was talking about he wanted to fuck some chick, and then
Yeah, he wanted to fuck the host, and he's all nice ass, and we're
Yeah,
like,
That's a lot.
dude.
I wouldn't do that.
We're like, dude, and he's like, no, Joe said I could say whatever I want as long as I'm on this stage.
Joe said they could harass the host.
And
Joe
we're
said
like,
I
I
can
don't think
harass
that's what he
women.
meant. And then
not
the
what
other
he
day, Joe messaged me like, hey, what happened? And I was like, because Steve was there, but he didn't get in.
Yeah.
I think they locked him out. He was like, hey, what happened at the mic? We were there. And I was like, nothing, why? He didn't tell me, but I guess something happened with Steve maybe. And
Steve
he
was
like,
locked out of the fourth
I think
wall?
Steve wasn't in. So we signed up for the 10 o'clock. I think it was there. Steve didn't show up. We did the mic. And then I guess right when the mic started, like 5 minutes after, Joe messaged me like, hey, is everything all right? And I was like, yeah, why? And I think Steve was probably like, hey, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Or I don't know.
We can edit
I don't know
it
what
out.
happened.
We can edit it out that Joe has your phone number. For that.
No, he messaged me on Instagram.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, that's funny that someone got locked out of fourth
Yeah,
wall. Jeez,
yeah.
what a dark turn.
yeah,
That's when you really turn to Kratom, when you get locked out of fourth wall.
He's almost locked me out a few times because I fucking would show up late. That's when I would get yelled at because I would show up late.
Christian's like, you take sabbaticals off a fourth wall, don't you? You're telling me.
Oh, I fucking turned on some dude and it just got. Were you there when I turned on the guy?
No. You told me about it, and then
Dude,
You
dude,
did
it
too?
got to
I
the
did
point where
that too.
the dude was like behind me. He was like this. He could have said, he was like, just stop, because I was arguing with the dude. Because like, okay, so my thing is, if you're gonna go to open mic,
yeah.
you gotta at least like not be on your phone, or like if you're gonna go on your phone, like look up periodically, show up on time, don't leave right after your set. There's certain rules. Like if you're gonna be there, like okay, don't laugh at them, but don't like be disrespectful. So
Well,
this
for
dude
the fourth wall, for
the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So this
Sure.
dude shows up late as a third. I don't even know why he got in there. He goes up, he sits in the front row, and he's on his phone the whole time.
That's annoying.
He's on his phone, doesn't even look up. He's just like, and nothing, just serious. And I'm like, and the mic's already like a weird vibe. And I forgot what happened that got weird. So when I went up there, I was like, dude, are you really going to be on your... So I just was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't getting laughs really. So I was just like, fuck it. I'll try to talk shit to this guy and see if I can get out of it. Or
Sure.
maybe I can make it funny.
J-Light.
I just going to take some
J-Light.
risks.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some risks right
Yeah.
now. That's what I wanted to do open mics for, so I
Right.
can learn how to bomb
Your risk
and
is
get out of it.
fighting a man.
So it's a big...
Gerardo's risk.
Well,
as
this is
well.
There's a
exactly
big
what you
dude,
did.
big
I
dude.
do, yeah.
Big dude.
Well, I might, yeah, you're right, damn it.
He was a big
Right.
dude too. Big dude.
Oh, shit.
He was a big black dude. He's big.
I'll cut that
And
part out.
he's a funny guy too, but I killed his whole set too when he went up. But so I'm like, hey dude, are you just gonna like, so you're gonna show up late, be on your phone the whole time and just be disrespectful?
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, what? It's the fourth wall. And I was like, yeah, it's the fourth wall, but we're all here trying to do something. You're being very disrespectful.
Yeah,
like you
right.
just like fuck all of us, right? Like,
Sure.
but when you're up here, we gotta all watch you. What if we all go on our phones when you're
Yeah.
up here? And then it just got awkward. And then
makes
I was like, I thought I could make this funny, but I didn't. Sorry, I got off. But this is like went on. So then when he went up, he was like, started talking shit. So I kept arguing with him back the whole time. I was like, wow, like, do you see how we're watching you? You know, like we're actually paying
got
attention
him.
to you. We're
Yeah.
doing all this. Like this is what you want, right? Like you paid money for us to watch you. Like why do you get to not? You know.
Yeah.
Do you know why that
participate.
happened, though? Do you know why that happened? Because fourth wall is where woke meets the wall. The wall, right?
yeah.
The fourth wall. I'll say fourth wall is, it's good. I mean, it
I took
can
a
be
break
good.
after that though.
You know, it's like anything can destroy the vibe, even the littlest of bad
Yeah.
things. But yeah, no, sometimes good, sometimes bad. It's fine.
But that's why I like the fourth wall, because that's where you like those situations. I should be able, like, I want to get to the point where like, oh, I'll make him look up because of my funniness.
Sure.
You know, like
Right.
my jokes will make him like pay attention. That's what I need. That's
Yeah.
what I need to be doing. But like for him to just be disrespectful, like I was just
Yeah,
like,
no, that sucks.
not cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's trippy too, because there's sometimes where you'll go to the fourth wall and be like, that was awesome. And then the next, you're like, I'll go for 2 hours today. And then the next hour is the worst thing you've ever encountered in your
The
life.
difference, yeah, no, I agree. The difference between me and him is that we had people that were sort of like pissing us off, almost trying. Well, for me, definitely.
Yeah.
That guy was trying to pick a fight with me. Whereas you were wanting to fight someone
This is
who
a
was
pain in the
supporting you.
No,
supporting you.
I also wasn't trying to fight. I was like,
Yeah, but you're mad.
I literally, my joke bombed, right?
Right.
And so I said, really? You guys, we're all doing the same fucking thing? And everybody starts laughing. So I'm like, oh, now they want me to be a hateful fucking.
But also like Ed, like like you'll get mad if they're not laughing. Where like other comics will just be like,
Yeah, you're right.
they're not laughing the whole time. Fuck it,
Yeah.
let me just try to get.
Exactly.
But he starts turning.
You
He
get
starts
so mad.
He gets so mad. Like
You
me,
get so
I
mad.
just literally bombed exactly how he was the
Yeah.
first. But I just was like, all right, let me just. But he starts taking it
Okay,
first.
so
So like,
I just bombed
he's like, what
Question,
the fuck? Am I
how-
fucking not funny today?
but how often do I turn?
often.
That's the first time I saw you turn.
Exactly,
And we've
'cause I
been
never fucking bombed,
we've been doing like we've done at least like 20
Yeah.
mics together now,
Yeah.
like 20 some mics. And that's the first time I saw you
But
like
the
angry.
biggest reason why yesterday was because literally you could see everyone. That's what I said too. I was like, you know, I could fucking see you guys, right? Everyone was on their phones except for Christian, because Christian's at
That
home.
is annoying.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off. And the kid with the bag, he doesn't laugh. He'll just be there like this the whole time.
Dude,
so
listen
funny.
to yourself. The kid with the bag, he doesn't laugh.
Well,
of
I
course
don't
he
wanna
doesn't.
say his
dude.
name.
No, but I'm just saying, like the kid with the bag, he's not well. There's a
doesn't
reason
laugh, dog.
he's not laughing because his father.
He
beat
doesn't
him.
laugh, and it's not like he's like great
something
where he's
worse.
like shouldn't be laughing. Like he should be giving us all supportive laughs.
That's so
His
funny.
mom tried to drown him when he was a kid. Some
It's
bad
so
shit has
funny.
happened.
But he
there.
reminded me of the chick with the bags at the
at the Barclay.
Oh,
What's with
God.
the bags, dude?
I don't know who's worse.
Bags.
By the way, I don't know who's worse.
Bags are making a
Oh,
comeback
yeah, no.
between the two of those
We
people.
talk about her all the time. on here. What's her name? She
I
stopped
don't-
showing up.
I don't remember her name.
Why?
I don't know.
Kimmy or something.
I mean, I'll just like her. Like
Gina.
if that's her,
Gina,
if that's her
yeah,
thing,
Gina.
show up every week. Like she's being supportive. She laughs
Yeah.
at my jokes. I don't
Yeah,
care.
she's fine.
He on the other hand doesn't
No.
laugh at anything I say ever. I don't think
But-
he laughed when I said the back thing though. I was like, oh, I finally got a laugh.
But what do you expect from somebody who's probably like, grew up raised by wolves or something?
Yeah, who brings 2 bags to open mics?
Yeah, if you have a prop and it's not a normal prop,
Yeah.
the childhood was rough.
If it's not a rubber chicken, I don't want to see
But
it.
if I like, and not to be mean, but if like that helped him not do the bag thing anymore, then like
He's like,
it's never
anything.
like no, but like honestly, that's not gonna. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate or be anything. Like I want him to succeed. He's doing mics. He's grinding. I see him at mics all the time. But like the bag thing is not it. You know,
No,
like it's
I
not. There's
fully
no premise.
agree.
There's no
Yeah.
punchline. There's no.
No.
If there was like a thing why he had the bags, anything, but he just literally. It's just like that's the joke. He has bags on his head. I don't.
Yeah.
Having
maybe-
not seen it, I agree, but let me tell you,
I have a picture of it.
he
on my
thinks you're
phone.
trash.
Why
so
would you
you're,
I
you're
recorded
not
this.
going to have the effect that you want on him because he doesn't think you're very good.
And another thing
Yeah.
too is before the mic started, you were talking shit about bad guy, and then I was like, "Oh, Christian, hey," because he walked in. I was
Yeah,
like,
I know. I
oh,
stopped.
oh.
Yeah, I know. I know. I stopped.
How do I not? Do I know this person?
I mean, I could tell you off the podcast.
Okay.
You probably do.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just like very like green.
He's very
Like,
new, very brand
Like
new.
then
imagine
maybe I
like
don't
you've been
know.
doing comedy for a month and you do not know like how a joke works or how
Yeah.
Right.
how to write. Nobody's like helping you probably, and like you're just up there like with the like, and also it's a second language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
no,
much respect to anybody trying to do like I wouldn't go to
Wait, is this
Mexico and try to do like
Don't
Spanish
say
comedy.
his name.
Is it? Was he an African dude?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You know who it is.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah,
who it
yeah,
is,
yeah. But it's like, but there's the other dude that's it's a second language. He's getting it. The other dude from the Bark,
Oh yeah.
but I think he's been doing it longer.
Yeah.
But he's also like he like they get pretty edgy.
Yeah. Yep.
He's pretty edgy.
Yeah. White on, I think. White on.
He got
he's the
he
homie.
got almost booed last time. I
He's
was
the
like, fuck.
homie.
Is
Yeah,
White
White
on the
On's dope.
Irish guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So English is his first language, but
and I mean, like,
White on English is not his first language.
he does not know Gaelic, dog.
he's no. Well, I mean, English is probably. Well, I don't know if his parents taught it. Where is he from? Or where are his parents from?
He's from Ireland. He
Yeah,
was
but-
born in America, but he was raised in Ireland.
I thought at one point he said like what his parents were or whatever. But he's a black.
Oh, so
Irish
that's
guy.
he was really from Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
That's
it was
what
like
the
a
accent-
joke. Like
No, the Irish
like, 'cause
has an Irish accent.
He's like, I'm from Ireland. Oh, I get it.
No. Listen, when he
Like
said
it'd be like, look at me. I went up there and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm from fucking England. Like
that
you'd
would
be
be
like,
kind of funny.
come on,
Actually,
dude.
if a
Like, I
black
thought
guy was
that-
like, "Hey,
I
I'm
didn't know
from
he was
Ireland,"
really from Ireland. Dog. I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke.
you thought he had a fake Irish accent.
It's not. That's not an Irish accent.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He sounds
Dude.
Irish.
Maybe if I close my eyes and I listen to him talk, maybe I see the Irish. And I don't. I was like trying to call it this whole time. Like, where is he from? Really?
Yeah. What country or state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's the homie though. He's like, but that's
No,
what I'm saying. Like, it
White-Dog's
seems
dope.
like it's another language, and he's getting it.
Yeah.
But he's also been doing it longer. The kid, that kid.
The bad guy.
I mean, I hope he does.
Yeah.
I mean, there's fools that I've seen are terrible, and like all of a sudden they're fucking funniest dudes I've seen. Like,
Thank you, bro. I'm
No, no.
getting better every day.
have you seen that where you're like, this
Yeah,
guy's.
for sure.
There's no helping this guy. What is he doing? And then all of a sudden they
Turn
like
it around.
something clicks.
Yeah. No, I definitely. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but yeah, I've definitely seen it happen.
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan-
First special was kind of whack. Second one was fucking Netflix.
One of the best ever.
dude. Yeah.
Best ever to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
You
get
gotta
better at
watch it.
least?
No.
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 Worse?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Worse.
But he's got a lot more one-liner. Like Mr. Whole Foods will always live in my heart.
Do you think it's laziness, or you think it's just like cockiness, or you think it's like
I think it's
definitely
this-
both of those things at least.
It's the thing you were talking about earlier. You know how you just because you were opening for Jesus and Jerry, right? Without even doing stand-up. So like you had this huge opportunity.
no? I did stand up, but I wasn't getting up enough to like
Yeah.
get better.
to like grind.
I just
That's basically on crack is Brendan Schaub because he's got.
Can I
the
tell you
platform.
one of his
Yeah,
jokes
it's
from his
true.
first special? One of his jokes from his first special, he's like, I got a haircut, y'all. Pretty bad. I mean, this haircut sucks. I was at the barber shop and I got this guy that cuts my hair, right? All the time. And they're like, I forget what the guy's name was.
Jamal.
No. The guy that usually cuts his hair.
Edgar, something like
Something like he's like, wasn't there. And they're like, he's not here, but Jamal's here. And I'm thinking, Jamal, black guy, right? That's the beginning of the joke. And I'm waiting, right, for Jamal. 5 minutes goes by. I'm like, where the fuck is Jamal? Jamal comes out. He's like, hey, what's up? Asian as shit. The joke is that Jamal's Asian.
I had that joke when I first started comedy. I was like, I had a joke about this was like first jokes I ever wrote, and obviously, fucking, I stopped doing that joke as soon as I learned how to tell another joke.
Yeah,
but I had a joke about like how people like they used to see me and they didn't know I speak Spanish. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and then when they hear me speak Spanish, they're like, "Oh my god, do you speak Spanish? You're Mexican?" And I'm like, yeah. What'd you think? Like, why didn't you tell me you're Mexican? And I was like, what do you like? I didn't know I had to tell you I'm Mexican and I speak Spanish. It's like you don't see a guy like, hey, my name's Jamal. I like basketball and I'm a DJ and I'm Asian. Like that was the
you literally had a Brendan Schaub joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had
but that
some
was like
really
my
bad.
first.
We all
that was
have
like my
bad
first
stuff.
time I ever got up and did stand up.
You didn't have a
That was
Showtime
the
special.
joke that I did the first time I ever
You didn't
did
do it on
stand up.
Showtime special though.
Like it was like I didn't. It's not like when I met my friend Jamal. He wasn't like, hey, I have
Dude.
and I'm Asian.
Your first joke is like I had,
And I think I even used Jamal or Jermaine.
Yeah.
That same, yeah.
years in. I had terrible stuff.
Oh yeah, I still have terrible jokes that I like don't want to do, but it like,
but like you said that one of your jokes is like your best, like it hits the hardest and you hate doing it.
yeah, my wheelchair joke.
Yeah,
It's
your
like,
wheelchair joke.
I don't even do it half the time, but I'm like, every time I do it, they're like, "Oh, that fucking joke, dude," and I'm like, "Fuck, I hate that."
You're cursed now. You have to do it.
Yeah, they're like, "That's." I even when I went to El Paso, so the dude has a cousin that like barely knows English.
Yeah.
And he's a comedian too, but his cousin went and he see me do the joke and he pointed and was like, "That's a fucking comedian." Because it's like it's an act out. It's like I do the wheelchair movement and I act like I'm in a wheelchair.
Right.
And he said, "That's a fucking comedian." He told his cousin. he told me, and then he told me, he was like, he said that you're a real fucking comedian because you do that joke. I was like, I fucking hate that joke. Now I know why.
It ends with a bag on the head. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for you, dude. He's gonna headline for his first time at Flappers, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
February 2nd.
It's like I mean, it's a show. Closing it out. Yeah, that's fun.
He's nervous.
I'm nervous about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have fun. It's gonna be great, but I do feel a little pressure because I like it's like a stepping stone to like more shows, and like it's basically like if I do well on this show, then that leads to like, you know, the stand-up comedy club, which like if I deliver there, then I know I can get us like my own night.
Yeah, headlining at Flappers, Haha, and all those places.
Yeah, like all this ring, and then like trying to like go to the next level. So
yeah.
I know like there, and at the same time, if it doesn't go well, then I'm not gonna stop, and like it's just like a bad shows. But
yeah,
I'm just, you know.
But he's excited. He just doesn't want to say he's excited. He's nervous more than anything.
Well, that's good. Headline. Yeah, I'm sure you'll do.
And it's also it's Flappers. It's a good room. It's a great opportunity. So
we're gonna have
serious.
Yeah.
I like doing shows at the main room and the Yoo-Hoo room.
Yeah,
both are
the
good.
main room. Honestly, the last few times I did the main room, the vibe's a lot different than when I first started doing stand up. And I don't know if it was like where I was at in stand up or the rooms now, but it's like way more like I feel like the crowd is way more like it just felt like an older crowd before, like a weirder.
Oh, okay.
And now it feels like a regular club. The time that I have performed.
Yeah, I mean, I should say I liked doing it. Now I don't think I might not be allowed in.
Now you just like the fries.
Yeah, well, I'll never not like Flappy Fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the best.
The bowl of fries?
Yeah.
I did that competition and I feel like it was rigged.
Uncle Clyde's?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was like, there's no way I didn't even place. I fucking killed it, dog. I felt like I won. Like,
but were you on Kratom?
No, I was not on Kratom.
Okay.
This is a few months ago. I was like, hey, I'm going to start doing the whole open mics, trying to audition, do the improv. I went there fucking 5 times, never got picked once. So I was like, I'm not going to be wasting 2 hours every week and not getting up. So then I was like, I'll do the Flappers one. I did that one, and I got a call back to do which everybody pretty much, as long as you do okay, gets the call back to do the competition, right?
Except for Cooney, yeah.
So
no, everybody gets it.
So I got the competition, and I went first, and I feel like I fucking killed.
Yeah.
But everybody who won had somebody there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to bring a crowd.
Yeah, so it's like...
Yeah. They need to sell milk. That's why.
2 milk minimum.
Yeah.
But I feel like it shouldn't. And then I think the host chose the third place, and I was like, it was the hottest girl on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing happened here.
So I was like, of course I get it.
When I
Whatever.
did it, the third place was also a woman, but she gave me her fries. I don't know if it was like a calorie count thing or what, but she gave me her fries and she was like, "You did really good."
So it's almost like you won.
Yeah.
You got to eat the fries.
I did eat the fry. I was very sad and it was very garlicky. Yeah.
I don't remember them being garlicky, but that sounds.
But
about
I'm
right.
excited because I did have a great set, and then I went back like 2 weeks later to close out a show that somebody was filming on. They were filming like some like cholos to comedians thing, and I closed it out too, and it was like a great set, great vibe. So I'm like excited to like do like
Hell yeah,
I'll
dude.
probably do like 45. Comfortable with that. So
We're trying to
excited
sell.
about it.
We're trying to sell out 2 shows though. So
What date
Yeah,
is it
the
again?
first one's almost sold out, and then we're gonna add a second show so we can do two
Which
sold
one's
out
the
shows.
first one? What date?
February 2nd,
And the second one is when?
the same night.
Oh, so
if
it's
we
like
saw
9,
the first, yeah, we're gonna add a
7:30,
second.
9:30?
Yeah, it's a Friday, so we're gonna.
Hell yeah. Well, go to that show. Catch Christian's first headlining at
You
Flappers.
can
Gerardo.
catch my wheelchair joke there.
Yeah,
I'm doing it then.
Zaragoza.
bring some empty cartridges.
What's your
and
socials?
Kratom.
How's
Christian
socials?
Z Comedy, I think on Instagram. Christian Z Comedy. is
Yeah.
it?
Christian Z Comedy. So
Christian
check
Z
it out.
Comedy on Instagram and TikTok and all the fucking
I'll put it in the description too.
Gerardo
Yeah,
will
there
put
you
it in
go.
the description.
Where
All
else
right, guys.
We're gonna be at. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at the Laugh Factory this weekend. Covina Laugh Factory.
Nice.
Friday, Saturday, 2 shows.
Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a show the 18th with Lito's Cork Room in East LA.
Well, that's a good room.
Yeah.
Narciso's gonna be on the show too at the Flappers.
Yeah. And
I
then,
heard he's a bit of a chismoso.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
And then the 24th in
He would take that as a compliment.
Long Beach. Yeah.
Where?
All
Long
right.
Beach, the rec room.
And it's a new room. I think it's the second
Oh
time.
man, the rec room.
No.
Haven't been there in a minute.
Long Beach. That's Huntington Beach.
That is Huntington
Yeah.
Beach. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, Rec Room, or no, it's called something Greek Lounge or something like that. And then February 2nd, baby. I'm excited for that show.
Yeah,
Boom.
let's do that. Let's
All
sound out.
right.
And Crooney is headlining Flappers or Chatterbox.
I wish I was headlining
Nice.
Flappers.
I've never done Chatterbox.
Oh, you should go
I
out
need to
there.
go down
man. It's
there.
good, dude. Do the mic
I'm gonna go with Gerardo.
Yeah.
someday in
I'm gonna get him back
near
in.
future. Yeah,
I'm
you'll
gonna
get him
be.
back.
I'm gonna be.
Sweet
I'm
talk.
gonna be
You're
like.
gonna have to get a lot of kratom for that.
I'm gonna be like when Joe Rogan came back to the Comedy Store. That's right. That's gonna be it, dude. I'm gonna
right.
bring him back.
I hope so. All right. See you next week. Bye.
Peace.